This is TWiT.
You know what is super clean and super fresh is right over there, the Lenovo Smart Display.
Oh, yeah. Here, why don't I move it over here?
You model it, Jason. You're so good at modeling.
This is a major device thing here, because this is like we've only heard of. I mean, I can't believe you have one there in the studio. I'm blown away.
I've actually had one for over a week and a half, and it's been great. And I really missed it because I had to leave this here yesterday.
Look at that blinking at me.
Oh, that's...
It's really...
Why is that blinking at you? Is it blinking in real life?
Very
or is the
faintly.
camera
I can see it in real life faintly. It's blinking a lot more on the screen.
Oh, you know why? Because there's an ambient sensor. So there's actually like one of those self-adjusting screen brightness abilities, which I did not like using during filming Know How because it kept going in and out.
Ramping up and down.
Yeah, so it must be pulling that in for whatever reason. But yeah, so this is a Lenovo Smart Display, and it is the first Google Assistant with display device. There's plenty more coming out this summer. This is just kind of the first wave. The one that we have here is the 10-inch variant, which has a bamboo back, and there's also an 8-inch variant that has a soft touch gray material.
Yeah, this bamboo back really makes me want to like etch something into it.
This is
do you mind if I do that into your device?
Absolutely, do not, please.
Burke, give me a knife. Gonna etch some initials.
Please do not do that.
Okay.
So also interesting to note, you can stand this up vertically. It doesn't have to be horizontal. So if you wanted it this way, you could have it this way.
And what is vertical good for?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still figuring that out. But it's possible. Please don't do that. What is happening?
Oh, wow.
Burke has come through.
Well, you asked Burke for a knife. Of course he's going to come. What are you doing?
No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
You took that joke really far, Jason.
No, you know what? I was ready to let it go, but then Burke walked in with a knife, so maybe I'm a little scared.
I'm happy I'm not in studio with my hardware this week.
Don't worry, I'm not going to sacrifice any hardware. Sorry, I didn't mean to shut you down, Flo.
So anyway, this is the 10-inch version, so it has the full HD screen. The 8-inch version has a regular HD screen, if you're okay with that sort of thing. Both of them have 10-watt speakers, so they're pretty loud. But, I mean, Megan and I compared this thing to a HomePod, and I'm assuming... you know, what it would sound like. I haven't really tested it against the Google Home Max, but not as bassy. Yeah. But it's good for like background. So if you've got friends over, you can put on like your favorite playlist in the background. And what's cool is you have that visual feedback. So if your friend's like, you know, sipping on a cocktail you made her out of, you know, some LaCroix and gin, and she could be like, oh man, this is a throwback hit, and look over and see who the artist is.
Or this person.
Yes, this is a freelancer I used to work with, whose picture I have. Oh no, there's me in the corner.
Yeah, though it's like a little.
Yeah, I made a little photo album to like go through as a demo on Google Plus. So that's what's going on right now.
So
this is an ambient screen, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you.
Right,
so okay.
So what does it do?
So here's what it does. It does exactly the same as it does on the Chromecast. It's just your ambient screen. When it's on, it shows pictures if you want it. You can use the experimental features. It's all the same stuff that you can do with your Chromecasts.
Okay.
So, and speaking of which, this is also a castable display.
So you can watch TV on it.
So you can watch TV on it. I watch my Google Play movies. You can watch YouTube TV. You can watch YouTube. It is it's actually my kitchen TV right now because it's just great as an entertainment.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Friday and Saturday.
Go away.
Actually, so when you want it to go away, you can
Oh, okay.
You can just swipe it away like that, like you would on a regular interface, which is pretty neat. And then when you go from the bottom, you can swipe it up. It's got a physical camera switch right over here. So if somebody wants to call in and duo you, you know, from across the country, like your mom is trying to call you and you're like, no, Mom, I don't want to talk to you right now. You can just, you know, flip it closed. It's also got a physical mute button. So that way it's not listening to you when you don't want it to.
Oh, that's on top.
So you can video call with people on it?
You can video call with people on it. I haven't actually tried.
On what app? Is it just Duo or is it just Duo? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't tried with Hangouts. I haven't tried with any other apps just yet. But I know that Duo is for certain the one that you're going to use here.
Nice.
Also, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, from a hardware perspective, it feels really nice. Like, it feels solid. I like, it's a strange, unique design, right? Like how it's flat, then it kind of comes out, but that allows it to do the stand-up, vertical and horizontal thing. It also gives the speakers some actual depth, right? Because otherwise, if it was a flat tablet, you wouldn't get any sort of bass response out of these things. So I'm sure it sounds better than what you would expect out of like a flat tablet.
I mean, I was watching Real Housewives on this thing, no problem, while doing the dishes, and I could hear all of their chit-chattering, whatever they were doing. But it's also important to note that this design also makes it a lot more friendly to a very decorative household. So if you've got like plants everywhere and books and things like that, I mean, the idea about this is supposed to integrate into everything you already have placed into your house and become this sort of background piece to everything versus the Echo Show, which kind of sometimes feels like it's just supposed to be to the side unless you have like a video reason for it.
Right.
What's really awesome about the Smart Display, though, is just the way that the Google Assistant interacts with you. It's a lot more visual, obviously, so you've got a lot more commands that you can touch and sort of have like a tangible element to it. I mean, do you want to try out some?
Yeah, go for it. I'm assuming it's synced to your voice.
It is synced. Yeah, it is. This is all synced on my account into all my home stuff at home. So everybody who's listening live, please mute your G homes because I am going to trigger them in a few seconds.
All right, go for it. What do we want to check out first?
All right, so okay, Google, turn on the hue bloom.
Sure, turning the hue
Look, it
bloom
recognized me. Did you see? So what you can see here is if you tap on color, you can, this is a little like table lamp that I have. So you can choose like the different colors and see like, what your mood is.
Smitten.
Oh, that's nice.
Light blue.
You can adjust the brightness, and it's an ambiance light. So it's kind of nice to be able to do this without having to pick up your phone or even having to like do that whole voice walkthrough.
I
It's
can
okay.
just turn
No
it off
home.
and on. Oh,
no one's home except the cat, and she has no idea.
Fine.
Okay, so another thing it can do, since it can do casting, let's play one of Mateo's favorite songs. Hey Google, play Jennifer Page Crush.
Okay, Crush by Jennifer Page. Here it is on Spotify.
So it's linked to my Spotify account.
Okay.
So it's gonna, and if you want, you can, hear kind of like the bassiness.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's not super deep bass, but it's got.
Well, it's a late '90s bass, pop bass.
I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good for.
Okay, you want it to go away?
speaker.
Swipe it like I showed you earlier. Swipe it away.
From the side.
Yeah. Okay, now pause it.
Boop. Nice.
There you go. And now you have a nice little visual element. And
Sorry to turn off your favorite song, Mateo.
That's fine. I can play it to my heart's content later. On my normal
I bet you it's
Google
playing
Home.
right now in your head. It also does routine very interestingly. So let's let's see how it does this one. Hey, maybe I don't want to do the good morning one actually, because maybe I don't want everybody to see it. So actually, let's do this instead. I can show you how it works with the Nest.
Sure.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
So if you have Nest cameras in your house, you can cast them easily. So you could just say something like, hey, Google, show me my front door camera.
You got it. Streaming the front door on Office Display.
On Office Display. So now
Yes.
it's
So
connecting
this is
to the
called,
Nest camera.
yeah, this is my doorbell camera. And
Hey,
so
there
it's
you go.
it's right there. And now if you want to swipe it away, you can do it exactly
Like that.
like how I showed you. Let's see if
So that
this.
turns it off. Got it.
I want to show you guys a routine, but let me fix something really quick before I do. Okay, there we go. All right. Hey, Google. Good morning.
Hello.
So this is what's like in the morning.
The time is 5:36 p.m.
It's totally morning time.
It's 84 and sunny.
It's taking all the
Here's your
information.
weather
Here,
forecast.
with a forecasted high of 85 and a low of 57.
It's a different assistant voice, right?
Yeah, I changed it. It's
Oh, okay.
cyan. It's Assistant Cyan because they're all color names
Yeah.
because they are genderless.
It said something, and then the volume went all the way
Yes,
down.
so actually,
because
I forgot to tell you, I turned the volume down to 20 on all of my smart speakers because
That makes sense.
I don't want them to blast.
Absolutely.
I
When you're
like
waking
it
up
quiet
first thing in the morning. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a really smart idea.
So it's just, and swipe over to this way.
Okay.
So now you get to like go and see the different feeds, like all the connections that I have in there. So like you have your YouTube and your Spotify, and then there's some suggestions for what you can do. And then if you tap on the Explore More, Google is going to take you to a beautiful
nice
little
interface.
interface that you can kind of tap around and see what it does. The really great part about this, by the way, if you just want something for the kitchen, is the recipes they just list everything out for you and they let you go step by step on the screen. So do you want to do one really quick? Just kind of show?
One real quick and then.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll move on.
Okay.
Hey, Google, how do you make cinnamon rolls? So tap on a recipe that you like.
Homemade cinnamon rolls by
go.
Tasty. Come on, let's go.
Okay, and then tap start cooking.
All right, gives you all the
So it gives you all the
stuff,
ingredients.
start cooking.
Okay, that's the.
There are 15 ingredients. You
So-
can ask for the next
And you can say
Yeah,
next ingredient.
you can either say it or you can tap skips to instructions.
Okay.
There's 29 steps. I'll read them one by one. When you're ready to hear more, say next step.
Yeah, when you're ready, it lets you talk to it.
2 disposable foil pie cake pans.
This is
That's
nice
it.
though, because I've thought about like streaming a recipe over like a Google Home, and while that sounds like a really great idea, like it's
only
just
good if you
keeps
like
going.
need to know the ratios of something, like
Yeah,
things,
this
but
at
not if
least,
you need
like-
to follow a journey.
yeah, totally. When you're doing a recipe, it's nice to be able to also see it and kind of skip step by step
Yeah.
and everything. So that's really cool.
And you guys can see more of it on this week's Know How, which debuts on Thursday. So Megan and I did a couple more like formulas and things if you want to check out and see what else it can do and how it stacks up to the Amazon Echo Show, because I know that for a lot of people that is something that is important.
And then this is kind of the ambient mode.
Yeah, it's just a clock. I set it to a plain old clock. And I love it because now I have this bright clock in the room. I get to just stare. I always know what time it is.
And you never fall asleep because it's shining in your eyes.
Well, no, it's a downstairs device.
Oh, okay.
I don't think this is a bedroom device at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. It could be a
It
site.
could be a bedroom
could
device.
be,
I mean,
yeah.
I think your kitchen TV solution, I think, is like a home run for it. But I
Yeah.
could see that as just like a really nice alarm clock.
No, you're right. You're
Especially
right.
with the fact that it has the hardware camera cover. You know, some people would feel weird bringing a camera-enabled device into the bedroom, which
Yeah.
Amazon has their Amazon Look, I
Yeah.
think, which is exactly that. Yet it doesn't have a hardware camera switch. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, why would I do that?
It's $199 for the 8-inch and $249 for the 10-inch.
Nice.
So wherever you can buy Lenovo products.
That's not bad. So my question is that like I think this is great, but like it's interesting to see Google letting Lenovo take the risk versus putting one of these out themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
why not? Well, and you'll notice that there's a few more manufacturers coming out with like different versions of this. So I wonder if Google's just like, here, take it. Because
Yeah,
the
take it.
visual aid is on our phones anyway and on the Chromecast. So
Yeah.
they don't
Right, yeah,
need
I mean
to
it's
make
basically
the
just
hardware.
it's just Chromecast plus Assistant. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's really all it is,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is why it's so much better than the Amazon one, because I know this ecosystem. I'm locked into it. I know how to use it. It's like we just, we started our relationship off super smooth.
Cool. And
I
then you
miss
had to
it.
live without it.
Yeah, I really
Because
missed it
it's been
today.
here for the last
I
couple
really
of days,
did.
and it's just been whining
I
the whole
had nothing
time.
to
It's
look
like-
at while doing the dishes.
Yeah, it's missed you too.
Yeah.
It's actually been really annoying how much it's been whining about
coming
like
home with
missing
me.
you and stuff. All right, Lenovo Smart Display. I look forward to getting one. I'm gonna hopefully get one this weekend and play around with it. So thank you. It's awesome.